To whoever said men love whores, I thought you were capping, but honestly, y'all are onto something. Okay, let me give you the backstory. So the other night, I'm out, and I happen to run into a guy that I, like, low-key ghosted. I went on, like, one date with him, but he was, like, you know, nothing to do with him, but honestly, everything to do with him. He was kind of giving me, like, douchebag vibes, and I just felt like he was a walking red flag. Like, he was, like, sexy, tall, buff, like, had great personality, but, like, he was just giving, like, he was a douchebag, right? So I just ghosted him, honestly, for my own sanity. But I ended up running into him. He was obviously still like, you know, like, I really want to see you again, like, blah, 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 like, I'll take you out, I promise you, like, let me prove to you, like, that I'm not a piece of shit. I'm like, okay, babe, like, honestly, at this point, I'm not talking to anybody. I honestly need some chaos. I might as well just give this guy a chance. Like, honestly, what more trauma can boys bring me now? But either way, we decide to go to another bar. So he, like, goes ahead of us, like, with his friends, and then me and my friends Uber after him. Now, once I get to the bar, I happen to run into a blast from the past, right? And honestly, when I see this man, I'm a munch, all right? When I see this guy, all other men mean nothing to me because I'm literally obsessed with him. But either way, that guy ends up seeing me kind of like all over this guy. And honestly, as soon as me and this guy saw each other, like, it was a good night for us because we both were just in very good moods and we kind of claimed each other right then and there. But either way, the other guy sees us. He is pissed. He is going off to my friends. He's like, oh my God, like, I can't believe Cammy's choosing this guy over me. Like, I'm so much better than him, blah, blah, blah. Like, Cammy can do so much better, blah. And honestly, I'm like, A, babe, you're getting insecure. And B, don't talk about my baby like that, okay? I'm like, I'm literally in love with this man. So I'm like, don't you be talking about my blast from the past. Don't be talking shit about him because, like, I'm like, don't talk about him that way. But, either way, like, I literally walked past him too, and I tried to say hello again, and he just, like, shook his head. Like, he was pissed. But anyways, I texted him the next day, honestly, not even giving him an explanation. Like, I owed him nothing. I hadn't seen him in, like, over a month, and, like, just because we agreed to a date didn't mean I was, like, had to stay with him the rest of the night / go home with it, whatever. But I texted him the next day just because I felt bad, and I was like, hey, like, honestly, I'm, like, sorry about last night, like, whatever, like, I don't even know. I just said sorry. But he responds back, he's like, oh, like, it's okay, whatever, Cammy, just, like, let me know if you still want to go out on Thursday. I'm like, what? I'm like, you still want to take me out after I was, like, literally kissing another dude, like, right in front of you? I'm like, what? I'm like, there ain't no way. I'm, like, out here being a straight up slut right in front of him, and he's like, I'll still take you out on Thursday. I'm like, there ain't no way. I was full on munching on a man right in front of you, and, like, you still want to take me out the same week? What? But yeah, honestly, this is proof that you can be a hoe and still be pulling, because this man, he clearly likes that shit.
I mean, it's really a sad state that modern women have fallen down to. I mean, this is really just a really, really sad state that they're in right now. Just really, really low class behavior. Very unladylike and just very, you know, downright awful, right? I mean, here she is on a date with some dude, and then she sees another guy and she starts macking on that dude. What does that say about you? What does that say about how you were raised? What does that say? I mean, I would be embarrassed if I was like her parents and say, like, my circle of friends, this is my kid, and she's talking like that on social media, and say we're at like some dinner party or something, or some reunion, family reunion, and there's a get together and they've seen that. What does that say about me as a parent? It says I failed. It says I raised a 304, a thought, right? It says she wasn't raised properly. You know? I mean, she's really just making her, I mean, as she's so busy bragging and trying to do a victory lap for I don't know what reason, but she's so busy like doing that she's not seeing, okay, people are not looking at your, you know, cheering you on while you do your victory lap here. They're looking at you like you have no character and you have no class. All right, how would you like it if somebody did that to you? And sure enough, it will happen to her as well, right? Some Chad will do this to her if it hasn't happened already. And she already looks like she's in her 30s, so she's already screwed. She's already doomed, right? It's already doomsday for her. So, yeah, and this guy that she saw at the bar, like, oh, that's my guy, and, you know, then why aren't you with him? How come he hasn't put a ring on it? You know why? Because you're his side chick, okay? You're just a chick he comes over to and bangs at the end of the night after banging these other girls, right? And clearly this guy is you know, a good looking guy, so he has those options, right? And she's not ugly or anything like that, so I could see where, oh, he happened to be in the bar, he sees her there, let me mac on this chick, right? Let me get some real quick. But if he was really serious about you, he would act serious, right? I mean, yeah, guys, I mean, if you wanted a chick, you wouldn't just let her hang out there and, you know, go on dates with random dudes and, you know, I mean, but a side chick, sure. Like, you're out, maybe a dude was out with his friends, he just wants to have a little fun, and he did, right? He saw her, he's like, yeah, let me mac on this chick real quick. Let me see if I could get her to come home with me, whatever. Doesn't mean he's gonna put a ring on it or get into a relationship with her. Most of these guys do not. Okay? For good reason. Look at what kind of person she is. He's not stupid. He knows. He knows what she's about. Right? It's like, she's here. I mean, how would you feel? Like, yeah, if you saw this chick, sure you would mac on her, right? Like, if you saw her, like, oh, I kind of know her in passing, yeah, she's gonna give me a free mac. Yeah, sure, you're gonna do it, right? I've done that many times, right? I've been in a situation where I pulled girls, either just out doing cold approach or on boot camp with guys, and I pulled girls and I just start making out with them, and they were there with some dude, some chump who liked her, or some guy, whatever. But you know, and most times I'm oblivious to it because I'm not paying attention to that kind of stuff. It's just, venues, especially in LA and Hollywood, are so busy. It's really hard to just like watch everyone and try to figure out who's with who. You just kind of do what you do, and then, you know, if you cross a line with somebody, you just apologize. It's simple as that, right? It's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is permission, so I just do it. But there have been a number of girls who was there with some poor schmuck, and I mean, those are the type of girls where like, yeah, she's hot, I'm gonna make out with her, but no way would I ever trust this girl in a relationship. No way would I ever marry this girl. Oh, no, right? No, because I know what she's about. She would do that to me. So what does that say about you, girl? That just says something about you, you know? I mean, yeah, you're just making yourself look bad, and you know, the only reason why this guy, you know, no, it's not that guys like hoes, and she just called herself a hoe, which was funny. So she's admitting it. But it's not that he likes you, like he wants to be with you. He just probably wants to still bang you, right? Because as Eddie Murphy said, like, we can want to have sex with you, but doesn't mean we like you, right? Especially as a person. I mean, he said that in not so many words. Whereas women, yeah, I mean, there's just too much there to cover, but I'm just gonna roll on next clip, shall we?
I just think any guy who is like adamant that they must earn more than a woman is just completely wrong, in my opinion, because why do you have to be more important than the woman? Like, I've actually met a few guys that care more about being more successful than the person they're with, and I can't get my head around it. Because surely it's a good thing that someone is also earning good money as well.
Yeah, I don't think most guys care, to be honest with you. Like, if the girl is earning more, it just doesn't matter, you know, either way, because we know we're just not going to see any of it. And whether she's earning more or not, women are the cheapest creatures on earth. We're just not going to see any of it. I mean, it's not going to change the type of birthday gifts we get or the type of Christmas gifts. We're still going to get the same crap, right? Because whether she has money or not, it's not like she's suddenly going to take us on a trip to Europe for our birthday or buy us a new Corvette or something like that. It's not going to change anything. We'll just get the same crappy old like t-shirts or whatever she buys us, right, for holiday and special occasions and birthdays. It's not going to change anything. This is why it always makes me laugh when women think it's such a big deal, like that they're making money, and you know, 99% of guys will be like, so good, great, good for you. Yeah, you know, and if any guys are insecure about that, it's probably because they think, okay, I have to step up now too, because she might be wanting to go to nicer restaurants and I got to pay my way. I got to pay for her. Maybe I can't afford that. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I just want to go to frickin' McDonald's or Cheesecake Factory. Like that viral video, the chick was like lost her mind because the guy took her to Cheesecake Factory of all places. So yeah, man, ladies, it doesn't matter how much you make and how much you don't make. because it doesn't affect our lives one bit unless you start going to nicer places and we have to pay for you and ourselves. Then yeah, that would matter. But outside of that, it doesn't affect us because we don't see it. We don't get to experience it, right? I mean, it's just big whoop, right? Good for you. Big whoop. Next clip.
A creator recently made a video saying that their bad feminist take is that they want men to foot the bill on a date, and their stitches are off, but I can tag them below. I don't think this want is anti-feminist. Men often tell women that if they want equal rights, then they should be prepared to split the cost of a date. This is a myopic and erroneous view of what justice for women looks like, and I think it's almost always intentionally manipulative. What this communicates, especially if he's asked her on a first date, is that women need to give more to men. They need to relinquish more in a world where they already have less sexual, financial, and political power, and this man on the date still benefits from patriarchy and capitalism. The dispute isn't really about the bill, but whether one rejects a pernicious version of feminism that asks women to participate equally when they are still collectively subjugated on the basis of sex and gender. Male allies prioritize fighting the ways that patriarchy disadvantages women, not the negligible advantages it confers upon them. Probably still shared her location before the date in case he was a murderer.
It's amazing to me that anybody in their right, sane mind would ever go out on a date with anybody who looks like this and talks like this. Anybody who's talking about patriarchy and you might be a frickin' murderer and you know, I'm a feminist, I'm strong, independent, self-sufficient, don't need a man, woman needs a man like a fish needs a bicycle. However, I do need you to pay for half the bill because that's patriarchal and you're still taking advantage of your male privilege. Any nutcase that would be crazy enough to go out with this nutcase belongs in a mental ward. Simple as that, right? I mean, beyond all of her rhetoric there, her brainwashed rhetoric, it's so sad. These chicks are just walking NPCs at this point, right? They're like literally like walking NPCs. Yeah, I just had to rev it a bit. That cannot think for themselves. They've been so indoctrinated. It's so sad that she can't form a single thought without parroting something she heard from the mainstream news, or the establishment, or the Matrix, or the View, or the Real. You know, all of this bull crap about like, oh man, you know, women are still disenfranchised. We don't have, you know, we're still being oppressed. No, you're not. You live here in the U.S. You are the least oppressed ever, in the least oppressed time than ever. This point in history, 2024, you are not oppressed. You are just an idiot and a loser, right? I will tell you that flat out. If you're still here bitching about you're being oppressed and all this, you are just a loser. Just admit it and take the L, right? Nobody can help you. Even if you got everything you were asking for and then some. All these like nonsensical rights that you're complaining about, that you already have, by the way. Let's be honest here. If you got everything you asked for and more, you would still be a loser and still not accomplish jack. Right? You would still spend your days complaining about something. So don't give me that, right? I grew up in a poor, you know, basically a poor background. I came from, you know, nobody from my family was really educated, and, you know, somehow, some way, I still found a way to become successful. We didn't know anybody rich or anything. Nobody taught me about businesses. I mean, it wasn't until I got older and I started looking for these mentors. And I became successful, right? Why? Because I didn't spend any time bitching and whining about, oh my gosh, I don't have this. Oh my gosh, my gender. Oh my gosh, my skin color. You know, no, right? I wasn't crying about that stuff. Oh my gosh, white supremacy. No, I wasn't crying about that. I was just like, how can I make it? Sure, life is unfair, right? Life is unjust. We're all unequal. Some people are smarter. Some people are dumber. You know, I'm pretty average, I think. I'm not smart, I'm not dumb, I'm just kind of like in the middle, I'm average. But how can I succeed? How can I, you know, make a name for myself? What can I do? I was too busy doing that. That's why I succeeded. Rather than sitting there complaining, oh, the patriarchy. Women are such victims, man. These chicks like that, don't even call yourself strong and empowered. You're weak as, I almost said a bad word. You're weak, okay? You're weak, you're spineless, you can't do it, you have no courage, you have no balls, right? You're just weak. You're weak, you suck, right? Take the L, loser, right? Just take it, okay? And I know I'm kind of going off the rails on what she talked about, because really what she was talking about was men should still pay. Men should still pay. No, don't worry. You're not going to get any dates. Just stop dating men, period, because clearly you hate men. You have a thing against men. And any man who is dumb enough to date you, who is just masochistic and wants to torture himself and go on a date with you, God help him, man. God help him as you sit there and berate the poor guy, verbally abuse him, right? That's right. Verbally abuse him and mentally abuse him with your feminist nonsense talking points. God forbid, man. God help that guy. And definitely don't pay for anything for that chick. I mean, she should be paying you, right? She should be paying you for all of this nonsense that she's like, you know, forcing you to listen to. Unreal, man. Unreal. She hit all the freaking woke buzzwords right there too. Patriarchy, oppression, male privilege, you name it. She hit all of the buzzwords, didn't she? As always, gentlemen, drop your comments below. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to add, anything you'd like to share. Please drop them in the comments below, and I will see you there in my comments. All right, this is M from the 33 Secrets signing out here with the Lamborghini. Yes, it's my Lambo. Go to Matt Cross Official, my IG, see the entire process of me purchasing this vehicle. It took about 2 months to close, and the same guy who delivered my DeLorean also delivered my Lamborghini. TJ at Florida Exotic Transport. If you ever need to transport a muscle car, exotic car, he's your man. So very excited about this vehicle. It's actually a pretty rare find. It's Rossifesto Red, which is one of the rarest colors for Lamborghini. It's a $14,880 option, believe it or not. I was on a hunt for one for over 2 years, just like I was my DeLorean. Finally found one. It's got super low miles, 11K, not bad. And we're gonna be featuring this car a lot more here on the channel for many years to come. This is gorgeous, isn't it? Whew. Oh my gosh, take a look at this. It hasn't dried yet, but I'm still putting this on there. It's my IG tag. But as always, gentlemen, make sure you smash that like button. Smash that like button below. Do it for the Lamborghini and the DeLorean. I still have it, by the way. I'm not selling the DeLorean. I'll probably keep this car for a little bit, but DeLorean is gonna stay. So we'll get the DeLorean back on here pretty soon. But enjoy the Lamborghini. And again, smash the like button. Smash that subscribe button as well. Helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, platinum pill content that I'm teaching you even further, best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there into the world and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students all around the world now are out there approaching and closing every single week. And I kid you not, we are making it happen every single week. And I want you to become one of us. I want you to join us. And right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons from me in Mastery. So take advantage of it. It's the best way to support my work. If you love what I'm doing here, if you love what I'm teaching you here, and you feel like I've added value to your life, this is the best way to pay me back. Get into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months of Mastery. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I'll see you in my next coaching video. I'm out with the Lambo. Till next time. Whew, so sweet.